as we've been discussing on June 15th, we expect some pretty significant changes as well in terms of our businesses and our ability to keep flexing things open in a smart, stepwise, responsible manner, always making sure that public health and the safety of individuals is first and foremost. And given what we've seen in other parts of the country, some of the models and successful models we've been able to implement here in New Hampshire, in other parts of our economy, we feel very confident in taking some additional steps forward. So first, as we've been kind of hinting at a little bit, the data still supports the idea that on June 15th, our stay-at-home order will expire and we'll transition to a safer at-home advisory. This removes the social gathering limitation of 10 people or less. And it also removes the concept of essential versus non-essential businesses, the fact that we've been able to flex virtually all businesses open at this point or are in the process thereof. We ask business to again adhere to those universal guidelines that we've put together and the specific guidelines for their industry. So our hats off again to the task force. Some are in a phased approach, some are a little more expansive, but I think all were done again with a lot of attention and stakeholder input that give not just my office but the public health and I think the businesses themselves the confidence in terms of operating and not creating these super cluster events and not transmitting the virus in an aggressive way. On June 15th, the following areas will also be able to reopen under new guidance or move to phase 2 of reopening. Gyms. Traditional gyms will be able to open at 50% capacity to normal gym activities starting on June 15th with some strengthened guidance. Amateur sports can now move into what we're talking about phase 2, which will include the reopening of indoor athletic facilities, road races, things of that nature. Bowling alleys will be able to reopen on June 15th with strengthened guidance and capacity limitations as well. Things like tourist trains, organized motorcycle rides, racetracks, small racetracks that is, will be able to reopen as part of the newly revamped outdoor attractions guidance. And for the purposes of this guidance, the racetracks, that seems to be a hot question mark lately. We have had a few issues, but most racetracks will be able to open at 50% capacity. Again, keeping with the 6 feet of social distancing between individuals or families and groups that come from a similar venue. And also, just as a note, we're still working with a viable plan, specifically with New Hampshire Motor Speedway in Loudon, obviously one of our premier racetracks in the state, much larger in capacity, and we're looking forward to the NASCAR race coming to New Hampshire, and we're going to continue working with them to see what kind of capacity guidance. It's a bit of a different situation given they are so large. I think they hold well somewhere into the 60, 70,000 range in terms of capacity, and we've maintained a great relationship with them, and we're going to work with them specifically in terms of what NASCAR may hold for us, and we'll continue to do so in the coming weeks. Charitable gaming facilities, museums, libraries, and funeral homes will also be able to move forward on June 15th, again, with new guidance and capacity limitations. And again, all the guidance documents can be found at nh.gov under the Stay at Home 2.0 button. So, there's a big list there, but I think it's very organized. You can find your area of operation for your guidance document. But all that goes into effect on June 15th, this coming Monday. So we're taking, I think, some really positive steps.